ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Major of War 13 and the Strv-74. I'm just going to end up calling it the STR, or more likely the 74 or something like that. Because, yeah, letters are obviously not made easily for me to pronounce. That sentence made sense, right? Anyways, this is a tier 7 game on Fiery Assailant, except not, you know, Kravka. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. That's as close to the pronunciation as I'm gonna get, apparently. And this is an encounter. Yeah, it's an encounter battle. I'm not an idiot most of the time. Sometimes, though, I wonder. Sometimes I'm sure you wonder. Anyways, before we get into the game, as always, if you like the video, please do hit that like button. It really does help me out quite a bit. And if you're starring in it, please share it with your friends. It heck, even if you're not starring in it, share it with your friends. That will help the channel quite a bit. Ooh, nice shot into the M5. And nope, nothing else right now. Oh, no, actually that's not true. We're gonna start taking apart this M4. And okay. Before I get into any more, I just need to say, so I can get the rhythm out, that if you want to support the fact that this is an ad-free channel, head on over to Patreon. Now, let's start taking apart these enemies, especially since they're all apparently just going to sit in the open for us. This gun does have great characteristics, except for its reload time is a bit slower than I'd like it to be. But everything else about it is quite nice. So, as long as you got targets, you can probably hit them with this thing. And shell velocity means that you don't have to lead the target as much as you would in some other tanks. Can we demonstrate that right about now? Oh, nice shot. Look at that. Beautiful shot. Oh, unfortunately not able to connect that last one with his turret. And thus the M5 gets away to live another day. Though it's not living on very much health, it's definitely going to die as soon as somebody else finds it. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Early in the morning, try and get this out so you guys can enjoy it. Let's push around for the flank. Do have to be careful. There are definitely some. Ooh, is that the top of a T1 heavy? Can we hit the top side of the turret? Side of the turret is definitely worth shooting at. There's not much of a target there, though. So he decides not to take the second shot. I understand that. I don't. I probably would not. I probably would have taken that second shot, but probably not a third. The thing is, though, you have to remember in this tank you have very limited ammo. So if you're not either conserving it or making sure every shot counts, then you're going to run into some problems later on, especially if you suddenly need to carry your team, which, you know, never happens ever, right? No, never. Auto aiming onto the KB1 so you can continue driving while he kills the thing. And now he's going to try and take a beautiful shot, taking out that M5 he left on just a touch of health a little bit earlier. Cromie looks like our next victim. Capture has been reset, so we don't need to worry about that. Nice shot into the Cromwell, and now we're going after the T-29. I don't want to go after this guy head-on, though. I'm not certain this is the direction I'd run, because we're running into his gun, but he seems to be AFK, so maybe he is, and if he is, that would be awesome. Come on, Garglace his shots. The turret is moving though, so he is here. Side of the turret, get a good shot in before he dies. Good job. Only a few enemies left on the enemy team, and we are up to 5 kills. Can we go for that Top Gun? Moving in for the kill, and some of you may not have noticed this from yesterday. I got a new shirt because I figure that Well, I might as well keep the superhero theme, and I saw a Hulk shirt. I couldn't help it. I had to go get it. Besides, it works really well with the blue screen behind me. Unfortunately, not able to get a shot to pen the Churchill. Black Prince should be a different story, if assuming we hit a decent part of it and not the outside tracks. We're shooting straight in through the side of it. It has next to no armor at this angle. I don't know if I'd be taking apart the house with the amount of shells you have left. Only 19 shells left. Still a lot of health left on the enemies. Take a hit from that Churchill. And Black Prince is on fire. Hi. Unfortunately, that last shell was useless because Black Prince was already dead by the time we fired it. Firing into the Churchill. Good job. Unfortunately, take return fire for about the same amount of damage as we did. And Churchill dodges our next shot. Churchill, though, dies, and now there's only 3 left. One of each tier, but all tank destroyers. Now, are they up on that hill? Yeah, 2 of them definitely are. A third one could possibly be on the A line around A0, so we have to watch it. Still only know where 2 of them are. The Hellcat has not been spotted yet, and it is a Hellcat, so that thing is going to be important to spot. Oh, look at that. We got shot from... Hey! It's almost like I've played this game before. We got shot from about A0. And we cannot take another one of those hits. Another one of those hits will be our death. Now there is still 3 enemies left up on the other side of the board. But we only have 13 shells left. We spotted somebody. Are we gonna pull out to hit them, or? Yep, that's exactly what I would have done. And nice snipe for the Top Gun. Probably got lit. Stay behind the cover and should be okay. ioA5 is nowhere in sight yet. T-29 is sweeping in. Should be able to clear out that hill rather rapidly. There's the ioA5. Do we have a shot? We do. And the snipe. We are almost onto our Radley Walters as the Hellcat is finally spotted after taking out our Panzer IV-H. Hellcat is running down into the dip. Wants to get down below our guns, which is a good move on his part as far as the immediate escape. Bad move because of the fact that he was way out in the open when he fired. I was expecting him to be back here behind these bushes using that as concealment. If he'd been back there, he never would have been lit, and he could have done a ton of damage before we knew where he was. As it is, he's pushing up, and we got his flank. Should be able to just fire into him. I don't know if we're going to get this Radley Walters. It depends on our team more than anything else. No, I don't. Nope. Sadly. Good job. I think maybe I would have waited to fire that last shot. I understand getting the damage out. But at the same time, like a Radley Walters, right? If you just wait a little bit longer, let another ally shoot it and then kill it. But at the same time, if the T-29 had shot and rammed it, then you probably wouldn't have gotten any damage out. So it really was up to you. And this worked out really well for you, Major. Thank you so much for this game. Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Bruiser, and Fire for Effect. Managing to snag the Top Gun, but not like a high caliber. Kind of saddening on that. Oh, that explains that then. We are beat out for the high caliber by just like tiny margin of points. If a single one of our shells that missed had connected, we would have snagged that high caliber. But then you look at the fact that the rest of our team did next to nothing, and it's really very sad. You know, your props to the Type 34 and the T-29. These guys definitely helped us carry the game. But with like, I mean, if you're top tier and you're not doing top damage, then you know there's something wrong. So the T-29, you may get a little bit, that's the experience difference. But yeah, it was still a great game overall. 34 shots fired and only 20 of them went in. Now, he ended up with very little ammo left at the end of the game, so when you're playing this tank, you really got to be careful about what ammo you spend when. but at the same time, you don't have to lead targets quite so much, so you can make some of those amazing snapshots he made this game. This was a brilliant game and a great example of what this tank can really do. Though I'd like to see this in like a 5v1 scenario and see how amazing it turns out in that type of situation. This was still a great game. Thank you so much, Major, for sending this in. And remember, if you guys want to support the channel, best 3 ways are hit that like button, tell all your friends, especially about how amazing this new tank can be, and support me on Patreon if you want to help support the fact that this is an ad-free channel. I will see you all later. Have a great night. This ioEther out.